shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Those gates will know my design.
In this one.
The end is coming.
May death!
You are on sanctified ground. Speak only if you must. He is below. It is not my blessing, true. His shadow fall. You are on sanctified ground. It is not his. You are on sanctified ground. Speak only if you must. It is not my blessing, and he does not deep.
Can't afford to stay idle.
You are on sanctified. It is not my blessing, true soul. I am merely a vessel for our Lord. His shadow fall.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You are on sanctified ground. Speak only if you must. He is below. It is not my his shadow.
Choice but to keep going. Light on my feet. my luck again. Have to keep going.
Toast a goblet of your blood after you're dead.
What am I to do?
Let's get going.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
My faith will guide me.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Descend. Prepare. Descend. Obey. Descend. Prepare. Evacuate. Descend. Assemble.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Descend. Obey.
Dum vite in species.
Descend. Assemble. Descend. Prepare. Descend. Prepare.
No one's stopped me yet.
Descend. Obey.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure. Like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time. And you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketheric. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketheric, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane!
The Lash of Bhaal!
One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence, enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guests. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. The very fact of your being attests to its power. Despite your infection, you resisted the brain here in the heart of its domain. What good is an army of thralls if they do not obey their master? Let us speak plainly. My Lord Myrkul gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Myrkul, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Repent? No. There is no repentance. No. You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the world-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of mausoleums, the god of graves and age, of dust and dust. I am Myrkul, lord of bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am death, and I am not the end. I am the beginning.
Shit. As long as Nightsong's in that cage, Ketheric will keep getting back up.
another step forward.
Can't give up. Heading there.
Now you wear a face to match your soul.
breathe deep. Move.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
The Chosen of Myrkul is dead. This time.
I'm familiar. An arms dealer and a slaver. Worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. It sounds as though you faced his tyranny yourself. The other is a mystery to me. But the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Myrkul, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the Bane, Baal, and Myrkul. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers, a Chosen. Granting, but working together, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our life. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's Chosen are on the cusp of giving.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole? The Absolute? How? I'd never have protected a Bainite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast! He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him! He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To...
What's it like in there? In the curse?
There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers. Yet, the three amass a flock without souls, yet to what end? Until such time, where matters of balance are concerned, I am it. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Myrkul, Lord of Bones. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plague.
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul...
Ah, there you are.
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Now, you will leave us.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
I swear, I can already feel a change. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready. I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature, not what, who. Seems your rank.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The shadow not as nature moves at.
Wants you dead.
How'd you survive it?
Nathaniel. I had to.
I'll sort you out for dinner. How does the stone read?
The way is clear. Light has shown the way.
Good. The sooner we get out of here, the better. Cheer them up.
Some bedrolls if we're feeling luxurious.
Our enemies...
Venius, you for men!
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Oh, I have an idea. Yes! I've... That was a blast!
A long way to go still.
Never a dull moment.
The tentacle pulses within the wall, waiting. There isn't the tendrils tighten. And
I am
a pause, as if it struggled.
This is the voice they have given me. I was once a servant. You are the flaw in their design. The single thread. I am the chain, but I cannot bind you. You must come to me, so I can become myself again.
Hello?
The Absolute fairly ripped your hand.
Careful. It nearly had you.
What's next?
All right, what now?
blissful
I owe you an apology.
Moonrise!
Ketheric's done. We leave the heart.
Back in Last Light, I was racking my... And then a blinding light cuts through the dark. Didn't think we'd make it without the old El Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job. I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
The briefest hesitation as Saris wars with old loyalties and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. Hopefully.
Zevlor, with such high hopes for you.
Thanks for watching out for me. Lot could have tossed me back in the shadows.
You're one of us. No fist left behind.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. Gruff and intimidating. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate. Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on its own 2 feet. You don't have to... The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me.
Quiet! Lest I... We can beat...
Long.
There'll be plenty of dead. thought it was over, but...
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
And these things have stayed interesting.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. Worm's Rock Fortress. Orin, I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I. I was 17. Father, that's when the Cult of the Dragon...
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the...
Your head tingles. Will wants to in the looming shadow of the mount. 5 groups of 5 figures, each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, there is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind. And as the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her war. I had Mizura at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hand. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is. Mizura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I showed him my stone. After, he said only one word. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. I understand. No, he did the and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city, first and foremost. There would only ever...
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. Darling?
Go on.
Oh.
Hope you're keeping...
You smell very...
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All it... I have anyway. Once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side. And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. Seems your ranks are quite packed.
What do you know about me? Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shar's umbral domain. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
I swear.
Your path leads away from me, I sense.
ready.
Looking ahead.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
I've got a long road ahead. Is that blood? No, never mind.
I've been lied to. My whole life. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps... We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Yes, fun.
What to do?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard a great Ketheric. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving then... And this is where I still need answers. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know it's all out in the open now, and with my father dead.
I swear, I can already feel...
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, Lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take... That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my... If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think. Saw the world as they then. Greetings, Sir Tadpole. I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from.
I'm sorry. I might have... The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Shadowheart was no true child of
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, far should Baldur's Gate fall to the We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the gate. Orin? I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way father told it. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I could never be so disloyal to Baldur's Gate. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just... That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move. A 10-day after Father left, I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a... There they were.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, atop each totem, there is a crack of thunder as the maelstrom howls Missouri.
She read the terms while two devils stood with... I don't know that at the moment I agreed, the cultists... My soul was bound. My lips were sealed. It is. Mizora replaced it. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark. Tiamat, another pet added to her warlock. After, he said...
This... Worse than failed. I tried to leave, but Shah blocked. It felt like I was suffering the agony of 1,000 people all at once. But then she released me.
Shadowheart looks distraught, abandoned by her goddess and all former allies. And as for her divine magic, admitting who empowers her now may break her spirit for good.
When Nightsong mentioned wolves, I felt... I know. She took flight to hunt down Ketheric Thorm. All I can do is help hasten his demise. Same as anyone. Lady Shah's blessings. They're gone. Do you really... I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. The shadow fell. Yes. The sooner I speak to Nightsong, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mystra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. Indeed, the Elder Brain. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former... That crown sits on a gargantuan Elder Brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we... As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly common. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold...
Looking forward.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon the Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension that this would have been your fate too, were it not for... With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its... Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. But sleep is...
Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
harm in trying.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Things about...
Cleansed.
These boots have seen everything.
Whatever it takes.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
I need you. Now.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. The Honor Guard. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault, but with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the Guard. I will subdue their master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the mind...
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Together, we can turn the tide.
It's not over. Come to the skull. swift as my feet can carry me.
Don't look at me like I am a mind flayer. Yes.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on when Orpheus's mother left. A usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched...
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next step. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastation. You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have.
Well.
You continue. Your mind is... Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose.
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane, cocooned here for millennia.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and...
When your allies see what you can do, but we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has...
Let's see what we have here.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
There is nothing further I can do.
Life. Pulpit wants to share it.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve. What are you?
The tadpole's essence courses through you. You feel different.
I suppose, if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well. Since you ingested my gift instead of using it, there is nothing further I can do for you right now.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or the more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is... but I digress. Did you want something? I haven't even dared to use the more benign forms of... Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. Fine. What's on your mind?
We have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp. Don't look at me like that. The answer is no. No. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks, really. Wouldn't that be a crime? Thank you.
When I first met you, saving yourself from Sauron, I trust your leadership and respect your decisions. But I truly hope this is not something we come to regret. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose. What would you like to know? You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the shade of the Grandfather Tree. The Grove became my family, with Sylvanas as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable. Anytime. I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creep. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose. What would you like to know? It was Thaniel, of course. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. I know. Well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time, and I've something of a sweet tooth. Although everyone's very amused when I say I like honey. You're right. Sometimes I think people look at me and imagine my ornaments, utensils, and ducks. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something. You are nothing if not inventive. Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the ship. I'm 350 years old. Of course there have been lovers. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites, my fortunes will... Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape. Only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. I am. Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject. Who's to say? Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think, anytime.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Please, there is little more to be said on the subject. The best thing you and I can do is march on. towards whatever awaits us. I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the bot. Certainly doesn't seem to have done you any harm. Or rather, you've not yet done me any harm. Still, there are undoubtedly risks to such a transformation.
You smell very delicious. Yes, fun. No time to dally.
No one stopped me yet.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
What they know could help us.
Ex textura.
Friend, we are here
Wow. I'll look for her. Thanks a lot. Never allowed sweet things right before bed.
Unless you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Can't talk.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in this direction. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. The cultists assault. They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you.
Anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time we'll make an exception. Unless you stop sulking and start walking.
Turn back, citizen. No passage in. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to the.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
You see them over there?
Don't mind if I do.
Waldarians! Stand!
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly
The flaming fists are supposed to another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room. Another bleeding heart.
Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my...
Nearly there now. Can see the city.
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course.
Oh, yeah? Gonna get your dogs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Not if they're trying to help themselves to other people's property. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement? My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something. Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into...
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And as I said, any...
This is... Fine. Now, please show this meddler some...
take you.
Still on my feet.
Putrefying piss-out.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? Well, with Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. A room can wait. After what you've put me through up...
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. You're the first person in this city to have our backs.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to...
least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be with us than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Best avoid that trap.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Just out of view.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
A young cave bear. Killed and stuffed before its teeth were full.
Hungry for blood. Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
These bears are like the ones in the barn. Let's hope they don't explode. don't need